I like it when a plan comes together. Bottom section there, that is the in-out section. Didn't think it was working at first. Then I put my pots on, and everything's kind of in a temporary state. Of course, I gotta drill the holes for the enclosure, all that stuff. It was kind of worrisome at first. This wire, this long wire right here, is going to come off of there. It's acting like an antenna right now. The way that works is I design this thing around the schematic, of course, and this wire feeds all the way down to the input down in here. So that's a connected line all the way down through there is what I'm getting at. By doing that, I had to think how all that was going to attach with the components. So it was like a big chess game, just trying to figure out how I could eliminate this long wire. Bringing it down through there didn't seem appealing to me. And coming off that collector, it feeds all the way down here to where this is your input right there, and it connects back into the input. That's how you get that drop voltage with these tremolo pedals. It was methodically planned out how I was going to get that back into the line that it had to be on, the input line, and then I fed the input line into the last transistor. So still a lot to kind of sort out. All the, like I say, pots are going to be temporary for now. Once I get the enclosure mapped out, put those pots in, it's going to be one of the cleanest builds I have ever had. One of the things that I would like to do in the future, I'm not going to be able to get to it this time, but I would like to have these pots mounted on that circuit board. Put this thing on the fast mode so we can do a little comparison there with the two selections, the fast mode versus slow mode. So here it is. Here's the fast mode. Can't really see the red light because it's pointed the other way. You don't want to be touching these things too much because I don't want to be repairing. I've come too far. So here we go. Fast mode. All right, so that was some fast mode. Going to turn it down to the slow mode now. With that 25K pot, I can make it more like guitar, a little more prominent in the mix. So we can really hear that dissipating now. You can hear the guitar. That's backed all the way to the counterclockwise. So it's going to be interesting once I put the bypass switch on that. That's another thing I got to do. I got to get the switch. I got to swap that out. That's going to be a single pole double throw switch that's going to go on there. But it's It's on the strip board now, finally. Hours go into these things. And I'm going to take a lot of photos so that I know what each of these things are, the different traces they're supposed to be on, in case something breaks so I can figure it out. And, you know, there's no warbleness to that, no tremolo effect. So is that sound going to be a boost? That's another question that it might have. So if I can use that as just a boost, I could do away with another pedal that's on the board. So that's always been in my mind too. So now I'm going to bring back the 25K pot. And as I increase that, really gets that chop effect going. So again, that's the slow mode. I could change the different speed, but I don't know. Maybe I can get a little adventurous here. Let's see. That's as fast as it's going to be on the slow mode. Put it on the fast mode. So here's a video of what's on the table at this point. Right there, got that variable voltage supply. It's a 12 volt regulator, but I can get it with that trim pot to be 9 volts. Had to use a number of times just to get the batteries, but I use that thing exclusively to have my voltages there. Did end up buying one 9 volt battery. It had to go in my multimeter. I was getting tired of not being able to use it correctly. So you still got to buy 9 volts from time to time. But I was going through them left and right. There is the breadboards. They've been cleaned off. That is what we're left with right there is the circuit that I've been explaining. Going to swap out that switch, or hopefully a much, much smaller one than that. And got to drill the enclosure. I've already seen a video with what it looks like. And we zoom in here. Point-to-point wiring would have been a huge, huge mess. So I'm glad them days are kind of behind me. I like strip board. That's all I have for now. So far, so good. There is the underhood of it. Under the hood. And got to do a few more details, but it's closing up. I've got to squeeze the wires. We're going to hope for the best there on that. Hopefully I got enough clearance with that foot switch that I have in there. The reason I went with that one was because just the aesthetics. I wanted the black against the white there. Thought that'd look really nice. Going to get to see some pictures of it hopefully by the end of the evening here. Got it powered through a battery right now. And There's what the copper traces look like. Can't really tell what's going on until you look, on both sides of what's happening there. And as far as what it sounds like, it does have a sound. Got the fast mode. Sorry for the shadows. Can't get it out of the light there. Maybe I can do this. But it has fast mode, slow mode, all the features that I've spoke of in the past. And I'm currently working on right now that DC jack. Put the DC jack in there. Make sure the wires are connected and recesses the way it should. Also, I got the LED. 2 prongs left. Can't really see them. Maybe right in there. If I zoom in, you can see that. Got the 2 prongs right there in the center that is unconnected. And that is where the LED goes. So I haven't decided whether I want to have a line come off of my DC jack and go to the center prong, which would be the ground on that. Or I could run off the board. That looks kind of, we need to zoom out there so we can see that. So, 2 more things to do. It seems like a lot, though. It really is challenging at this stage of the game to get it to all fold up. Like working on an electric accordion. So that's all I have for now.